Hello, fans of the Supreme Duo channel. Taff here.
And Victory.
And today we're going to do something different. We're going to do a list of the 10 most powerful characters in the Soul Eater manga.
Because, you know, the anime wasn't good. Or none of the characters really got that much strong.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they're like equal to their characters in the manga halfway through at best. So kind of like the fight with Arachne in Yabagana's castle the second time. Right. Say they are at their peaks. So,
you mean the three main characters at their peaks?
Well, the three main characters peaks. Yes, obviously everyone else kind of falters significantly. But yeah, that's not the point. So we're going to be doing this list in descending order. So we'll start with number 10, who will be the weakest, and then number 1 will be the strongest. So there may be a little surprise up there. You never know.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So now we'll start with number 10, which is the Swordsman Mifune.
Arguably your favorite character.
Arguably, yeah. So, to explain this choice, in the manga, Mifune is able to take on Black Star at his finest level before he became a Bushin. His raw skill is what made him an incredibly powerful member of the Soul Eater cast. Able to fight on par with someone above a level 3 star, Weapon Meister duo. He was able to match all Black Star's incredibly powerful blows, as well as being a talented swordsman. He outclasses every character in the show, aside from the ones above the list, obviously. Anything else you'd like to add, Victor?
Not really much. You know, he's also dead.
That's true. Killed by someone else on the list. Not moving on. Oh, I guess we should have put spoiler tag at the beginning of the video.
Meh. They should have figured it out.
I guess. Alright, so number 9, we have Medusa.
Who's also dead.
Yeah, rip. Now, this shouldn't be much of a surprise. She is one of the most formidable magic users in the series. Medusa's vector arrows and just general vectors made her a deadly foe. He was able to face and defeat incredibly skilled and powerful players from within the series. Medusa's defeat in the manga was only due to a drop in guard, otherwise she would remain formidable.
Haha, Corona dicked her so badly.
Brutally, yes, it was something else entirely.
And she was trying to be nice for once.
Yeah, shouldn't have done that. That was the error.
No emotion, no kindness, and everything would have been fine.
Yep. Well, moving on, number 8, we have Arachne, which I guess is kind of funny considering
she's actually weaker than Medusa.
Oh.
From every single one of the discussions, it appears that Medusa is stronger, but you know.
Oh, I was gonna say it's funny because 8 Arachnid.
Shut up.
8 legs. Anyway.
Shut up.
Yes, well, it's true. Traditionally, Medusa would be the more powerful. To Arachne in her final form, she goes beyond something that is a mere witch. She becomes an incarnation of madness, able to use her webs to drive the minds of her enemies to insanity, of course, and as well as physically rip apart their souls. So
so it's not really a terms of strength, but it's in terms of abilities that they put her above Medusa.
Oh yeah, so for me, it's kind of like abilities contribute to overall power. So her madness from Arachne was something that required the attention of she was the strongest, but she was still defeated by a simple gene.
At least Medusa didn't get beat by that.
Yeah,
on the bright side,
she just got stabbed repeatedly
by her daughter.
So number 7, we have Justin.
Yo, probably my favorite character.
Sure. Justin's true god being that of madness, he performed Medusa's madness fusion with a clown. In this form, he managed to easily take out incredibly skilled Meister pairs. He's also able to fight with Stein and Mary as they work together to defeat him. His raw power and use of madness make him incredibly deadly.
Also, he's just a cool character. Let's be honest. He has a nice design as well.
That's true, especially when he switches to the eyes rather than the skulls. Pretty metal.
Yeah.
So at number 6, we have Krona,
who is a girl this time around, not some not just some random gender person that is in the anime.
Now, Krona was made to become the second Kishin. Her madness wavelength became the same as Atlas. Her physical power and raw skill put her above 3-star Meisters, as well as giving her the power to face Maka as well as Black Star, and to a lesser extent Ashura. She even managed to kill Medusa with little to no effort at all. But
to be fair, Medusa was like, I want to be your proper mom now. Let me hug you. And then Krona stabbed her a lot.
Yeah, but despite Krona's proficiency, most of the people above this list are above her. Maybe including someone else we've said already. Anyway, at number 5 we have
multiple someones.
At number 5 we have Lord Shinigami.
Yeah, this one is a little iffy though.
Now, the reason he's placed on the list is because he was defeated by Astra before he reached his full power, despite resonating with Spirit at the time. So this puts him below everyone else who could face the Kishin at his maximum.
True.
So at number 4, we have Stein with Mary as his weapon partner.
Why is Death the weakest character? Well, not the weakest. Why is Death not the strongest character?
Well, I guess because of typical shonen, you know, what's the word?
Bullshit.
Progression. Well, I guess bullshit too, but mostly progression. Anyway, so Stein was Shibusen's greatest Meister and a teacher to his successors. With the mighty Mjolnir, he was able to defeat the cloud version of Justin, one of the most powerful death sites. Stein in this form has a speed and power unlike anyone else in this series. That, along with his badness, made him one of the most daring characters. His ability to stagger Astra earned him this spot.
I'm just thinking of Thor jokes right now.
Hey,
You know Thor with the long golden locks and boobs?
it's too... Not Thor! Not Thor, but not the point. Moving on, Maka Alvin takes the number 3 spot.
Oh, wait, before we go on, he forgot to mention this, but Meisters and weapons are counted as one entity instead of 2 separate things.
That is very true
Because
because
most of the characters wouldn't be on this list.
were it just Maka, she would not make the list.
So would be number 10.
So-
If we're being, like, nice.
Alright, so moving on from that, Maka with the black blood dress and soul and piano scythe form were incredibly formidable. It was able to keep up with the Kishin Asura and allow her to survive the blows she received. While not the most agile and
You mean
skilled...
like the 2 blows she got hit by? If?
I mean, it was... yeah. But the others were pulling her weight a little bit, but anyway, while not the most agile or skilled fighter, her power is in the same league as the characters to be considered gods. That, combined with her soul perception and soul's piano, increased her power.
You mean Soul does everything?
A little
'Cause they
bit, but I
basically-
mean, that's what a good weapon does.
They confirmed it in that one chapter when the chapter of Sloth, when it's like she doesn't even know how to wield a scythe. She still doesn't. Soul does everything
Well,
for
I mean,
her.
he was also, like, what do you call it? He was also depressed in that chapter.
That doesn't mean
It means everything. It
No,
was
it
like
doesn't.
affecting her skill level.
she didn't have much skill level to begin with. Though.
Anyway, so number 2 is actually a tied spot between Death
Don't you
and
dare
Death the
pitch
Kid
out.
and Black Star. Now, both of these titans in the series were able to fight on par with the Kishin Asura and hold a physical fight that Maka could not. The two tie in the position because they both take a large amount of punishment during the fight. Black Star takes slightly more, but does not falter in fighting ability despite this. They are also seemingly equal when they fought on the madness level prior to their full power being reached.
Yeah. And number 1.
Now, number 1 is kind of a strange position. We have Asura the Kishin.
And Krona Gorgon after having absorbed Ashura.
Now, you may be wondering why, considering the fact that Asura was defeated, but he ranks as the most powerful because he was incredibly hard to injure, let alone be beaten or killed. He was able to take on 3 incredible Meisters while receiving no damage whatsoever. Now, this is mostly because of the black blood, but this still puts him in the running for most powerful.
Also the fact that even with Maka and Soul's strongest attack, he didn't die. The only reason why he was stopped was because due to the injury he received from that attack, Krona managed to slip through and steal him away on the moon, which is why she also gets the first spot.
In addition to the temporary amp that she received when she absorbed Asura into her own being.
Arguably, that fight looked a lot harder than the fight against the Kishin. She did a lot of bullshit AoEs.
Now, if you were to fight each character one-on-one, they would most certainly die. And that's the reason why he gets
Don't you mean
number
every
1 spot.
character?
Yeah. So, now that brings us to a close, except for our number 0 spot,
Hey,
which belongs to...
Excalibur. Yay.
And you're fools if you think otherwise.
Shut up.
Now, with that, we'd like to thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe.
And favorite, share, love it.
Yeah, and if you disagree, try to debunk us in the comment section, but spoiler alert, it probably won't go well.
Keep your ego in check, fam.
No, can't do it.
Alright, so, bye.
Peace.